And welcome back to the EGF Power Series Valorant. Yeah, we got ourselves a qualifier day one, and we just had a banger of a match
Yep.
with St. John's going up against Delaware. And worse, I mean, that game was crazy, and it does seem like St. John's is itching, to play a little bit more as they've got Butler coming up.
Tough back to back right now. I don't know if St. John's is liking this or not liking this stuff. So you said obviously they're warmed up now. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's a warm up. Might be mentally exhausted. Might need some
Yeah.
time to talk about things because they just came off prep for Delaware, or if they did prep for Delaware. If there is prep out there for Delaware, I don't know how much prep we're doing for college teams right now. I don't know how much footage there is available currently, but you know, they just came off that match, all the strats, all that stuff that's coming in from that match, and they're going in now to familiar territory, but a very
Weird.
unfamiliar opponent.
Well, I was gonna say they got to be feeling good, right? The way they, came back on the back half. We were saying in the break that it was one of those things where your confidence got to be a little bit higher. Yeah, you dropped the map overall, but you're coming right back. You're running it right back on bind. You are warmed up. You got your strats down. You started to execute. So, I mean, now is the perfect time to knock Butler off that number one spot and really shake up this group in order to give you a chance to, steal one or two, the top two spots.
Yeah, and I believe Delaware versus Butler is going to get played off stream. That could end up being for the number one, number two seed in
Yep.
this match, depending on how this goes with St. John's. I mean, we could have a point where we have what is it, 3-2-1 teams potentially.
Yeah. Yeah,
If St.
potentially.
John's beats Butler here, they go 1-1, and then they potentially beat Idaho. They're 2-1. Butler loses here, they're 1-1. They beat Delaware. They're 2-1. Delaware beats Idaho in the match after this one. They're 2-1. We have a three-way 2-1 tiebreaker. I'm not quite sure the rules on how that's going to get decided. Actually,
That would be interesting to find out if it does end up happening. And Idaho could end up playing spoiler at the end of this night with the next match coming up. But yeah, looking at this match here, Butler is definitely looking pretty solid. We saw them kind of run over Idaho. Not too unexpected, if we're being honest. But now it's about the champion select for Butler and St. John's. Obviously, we saw a good composition from St. John's the last time. Going to be rolling in with, I would assume, something similar.
yep, something very similar on the cards here for St. John's potentially. They already have two agents that they've played previously, almost locked in, and could potentially change up. I don't quite know if they have a comp depending on who they're playing against, but no, it looks like it's going to be the same comp going to get locked in here. Whereas Butler's going to go for a little bit of different comp, going to opt in for that Sky. Probably not that Yoru. I don't think that Yoru is going to get locked in. I'm going to be honest with you. But for right now, what's going to get locked in is going to be that Chamber and that Raze. Both these teams opting in for that Chamber and that Sentinel position. Going to be the Astra. Might be paired up with a Viper. You can go double controller here. But for the point of St. John's, they only use that Viper, and there's going to be an Astra available right now. Going to be paired up with that Sky. This last pick could be a Viper, could be another duelist. I'm not quite sure. We're going to see what ends up happening.
Yeah, and as Butler had been probably watching some of these games, they are on defense, and as before they were in the last series as well. It looks like Itzy's going to go with Sova. Yep, it is going to be
standard.
Sova.
Very standard.
Yeah, for Itzy. So or is that onesie? Would that onesie make more sense? I feel like it's onesie.
Why would it be onesie? There's a T there.
It's a one. Onesie.
One stee? One sty?
One sty? Oh, we'll get confirmation on that.
It's not onesie. I know it's not onesie. But...
No, but I was calling it Itzy. But Icy
Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Yeah, that's right. Icy's going to be coming out with the Chamber, as we saw in the last one. Icy had a fantastic round for Butler. And, really picking up the pace here with the defense. They're going to be kind of looking for more of a B hold with 3 being sent over there. And you got to tell me, how did St. John's break this? We saw their attack last time. They got off to a slow start, picked it up near the end, and then dropped off at that back half. What are they going to be looking to do here?
Well, not get shot in the face by the shorty that could come up from Chippy. No, just kidding. That's gonna get traded out for that ghost. But really, what I kind of want to see is how they're going to approach these the gun rounds when it comes out. The pistol rounds, you can kind of brute force a little bit more, try to rely on aim. I don't think into Butler that's a great idea because, I mean it's Butler, man. Like, I don't know what else I need to say. These guys are amazing. Oh, the jiggle peek gonna come in here. The jump peek actually gonna come in there from fours. And they're gonna have to give up hookah, boombot, just to try and make sure no one's following too close. Now, gain some space. The execute's gonna come out. How fast will they break out of hookah here for St. John's? It's really gonna come down to, can they get their value when they come out, or will they get bogged in the choke? It looks like they're gonna be a rotate actually. 3 TP over, and 2 gonna be coming in from market. The fast rotate through spawn is now on Butler's mind. They have to go in, but the Astra is pinched. You're gonna lose a lot of utility if they die.
Yeah, Smiley finds the first pick. They aren't even stopping, though. The plan is still going to go down. Smiley has to hold this position in order to give his team a shot. Icy's going to pick up the next kill as it does trade it out. But Smiley holding strong and giving his team the advantage on the site with the defuse coming through. Smiley holds strong.
Massive for the for Smiley there on that Astra to not get crunched. I think a little bit too fast from St. John's in terms of they didn't clear close sight. They kind of just waddled in. There, people on short couldn't get in fast enough, and they end up not realizing the Astra is in a close position. And Smiley punishes them for that. A nice, well-placed shot combined with the fact that they survive and they just hold off those angles allows the rotates to come in, and it's done and dusted from there. When you have a man on the inside able to give you information and also section people off angles where they know they can't peek because they're going to get messed up. Really well played from Smiley. Saves them the round after a pretty nice bait play, but the response from Butler just as quick.
Yeah, and we see Butler playing with way more respect than we saw in the last game here. And they are going to buy up here. It is going to be a little bit of a econ round here for St. John's. Yes, the Hawk is going to come through. Maybe spot out a couple. Itsy. Over. Spider. Going to claim one victim. Almost 2. 10 bullets left. Oh, can't quite get the last one. But that is going to be Void cleaning it up, but not at the cost of the rest of the team. And Smalls and Void in a bit of a bad position. And oh no! Force just sends in the Uber. It's over for
That's a good one.
That one was fantastic. I don't think they saw it coming. And Smiles with 3 HP. Gonna be trying to clean up any kills. Oh, just misses the headshot there.
Man. That was nice there. They realized they took the TP, could be waiting it. They're gonna send the gun through. They stare at the gun like, what's this? And then a boombot comes out. Surprise! An explosion in your face. And again, the law of this the Valorant Power series so far has been you don't win bonuses if you're the team that has the gun advantage. So we'll see if that remains true so far. Butler looking to secure their lead up to 3-0, and they'll get themselves in a strong place on defense here against St. John's.
And I think the thing that with the bonus rounds has been is that the team without the buy up, they definitely just kind of run straight in. And St. John's already going down right away. They are just going to at the same
not
time.
again.
And that's what we've been seeing in these rounds, right? They just run at you with 4 or 5 members, and they're saying, "Hey, hit your shots. Did you buy Vandal? Oh, good luck." You know, they're sitting there saying you better have bought a Phantom or something that can do a lot of damage. But Kenny's doing his best to try to trade it out as Fours ends up finding Kenny. And St. John's is just in a bit of a doom and gloom type situation, but Viper's in a nice spot here. But they're all rotating away, and Itsy is alone up in that hookah. Going to be taking this 1v1. Doesn't know Bazaar's there yet.
No Void's there behind them either.
Yeah, they have no idea. They're doing a great job of just holding. His Fours is not going to find the kill. Bazaar ends up trading it out. So now it's just Void and the Sova trying to hold strong. And the Void does. Void gets the hookah control, and now it's full on. And do they take the teleporter, or do they do the long route around? They're going to commit Viper Pit here just to get the spike down and secure the round.
30 seconds
and I don't know if that's smart or not. You let me know. I mean, it is Butler after all.
You really want to win this bonus, I guess, but man, does it feel bad when you have to commit. And then you leave. And then you just leave the pit. And then you're gone. Just leaving the pit. Okay. They're gonna go for the flank, try to catch them off guard. They're not giving any advantages to Smiley here, but they're gonna realize the just fading right now. They're gonna know they're coming in from elbow. Gonna get on that plant. They're gonna realize maybe they went for the lineup. What a Larry right there. First one's down, second one's down, and Bazaar comes through, yeah. Lineup Larry, strike again.
I was actually going to say, pros don't fake, because he just stuck it, and I love that. Just sit right down. Hey, whatever happens, happens.
Yep. And what happened was they get swung off with the vulnerability, and they end up going down right there. Now, how will we approach these now full gun rounds? This is kind of what I talked about. I want to see how this goes. What's the kind of strategy coming in? The first 3 rounds, very heavily dependent on what happened in that first round, and then obviously an anti-eco into an anti-bonus. And so far, we haven't really seen the true default strategies for these gun rounds. What's going to come out? What is the read on the opponent? Right now, looks like some presence over towards A, but Showers is going to leave them up and dry in terms of map presence. That's now gone. And a lot of your ability to kind of push these extremities and pressure them is gone as well.
Yeah, and Void just going down like that for St. John's is going to be pretty massive. On the other side, though, Silva goes down for Butler. Bizarre going to be looking for as much information as possible. No hits as of yet. Did clear out some of B site. But Chippy might be looking to put these Seekers out and about to give them full information. Spike is all the way over at A, rotating towards Showers. And it's going to be on the Astra to hold that down as a lot of utilities being used. But Kenny using it to its fullest advantage, forcing Ice out for that fight. And Bizarre is going to do the rotate. And now everyone knows on Butler, they're in the wrong spot. They got to get over to A.
I have to get on over. A site, 4v2, retake available. Do they even commit for it? Do they save these Phantoms? They don't quite have the armor for it, so that might be guiding their decision making. Don't have that 1,000 gold on their body, and oh, right there, I don't even know if you can win this here if you are this guy. Maybe it's better to save. I don't quite know. You don't have armor, and now you're just dead. Not even gonna save a single dollar.
Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe St. John's is a little bit more warmed up than they were earlier, and maybe even a little mad, as we see them now starting to find their groove in this match. And Butler gonna have to start picking it up just a little bit. It's gonna be more of a save round this time for the economy, but man, Butler's been last 2 rounds getting out rotated.
Yes. Now we're gonna be setting up. Little bit of hookah presence going to be exerted with this boom bot, but Butler's ready to match it. They have the flash shut up. They're going to peek it out, and there he goes. They're not going to find it. Oh, a self flash. A little bit mistimed there. Knight finds a kill on the Icy, taking that duel down short, but it's traded up by Smiley. The eco already starting to bear some fruits.
Yeah, and we saw in the last round, right? The Sheriffs were just out in full force and finding picks left and right. So, you know, Sheriffs are no joke, but Smalls dropping Itzy. Take that one member off the site for Butler. But Chippy trading right back. And yeah, oh, and another one from Chippy. Chippy is popping off with the Sheriff, finally going to get put down. But as you said earlier, damage done already. St. John's in a bit of a hard way here, as they need to go back and get this spike. But the Astra knows where it's at, even though they're low health, has a Phantom on hand. Already low health, doesn't care about that. Gonna be finding it! Void going down, and now it's all on Smalls. And they find the shots, they do. And they have to know that Smiley is on low health. And here it comes. The peak. It's going to be popping shots. And it finds the hip shot. Doesn't matter, they're on low enough health, and that's 4 for Smalls. And St. John's takes round 5.
Great eco, right? You get Sheriffs on there for Butler. That's what you want from Sheriffs. You're not always expecting to win the round, but you at least want to do a lot of economic damage. That's exactly what occurs right there. Now it's going to be Butler trying to get the full buy back in. If this does break, though, economy broken. Once again, we're going to go into that cycle. Buy, save, buy, save, buy, save, and it's going to be really, really rough for Butler to try and break out of it. For St. John's, every time they win these rounds, they're just securing an economic advantage on certain players that aren't dying in these rounds. And every time it becomes harder and harder for the comeback to start for Butler, because they're not going to be able to break the economy very quickly. They're going to have to be consistently winning these gun v gun rounds. And that is always a tough task in such a good team like St. John's.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the most important rounds in this qualifier for Butler. This will slow down the momentum, fix the econ, and the trades are already starting to come through. Icy trading for the other chamber, as Smalls is just going to back out slowly and run away, and Itzy's going to try to find out where they went, put a little bit of damage down. Knowing that they backed out, he's going to rotate on over to B. And this B hit could get pretty dangerous, and that's a beautiful paint shell there, forcing out Chippy, trying to beat the, nope, nothing. I was gonna say trying to find the shots at the hookah, but gonna be denied right away. Fours jumping right in, finds 2, is gonna get shut down by Smalls. All these rounds are just going back and forth, trade on trade, and the rotation as they wait Itzy's gonna wait for Smiley, and they're gonna try to retake this together. No, Itzy's just gonna peek it, and there's the Conqueror's Divide. No, he canceled it. He didn't want to throw it down. Now that they have the 2v1 advantage, they are both gonna peek it, and Smiley finds it, and a beautiful retake, and that resets the econ for Butler.
Yes, there you go. Econ reset up to 3-3 right now. Going to be giving it over to the Sova, trying to get close to the Hunter's Fury. Obviously, a very strong ultimate in securing picks and also just getting some damage on the players. Information gathering, very versatile, can be used in many different ways. So, wanting to get the Hunter's Fury up and available is in Butler's best interest. And right now, we're going to be trying to see, where do the adaptations start coming in from either side? When do they start adapting to their opponent, learning what their kind of tendencies are, what they want to do, what their setups are, and when do they start adapting on their setups to try and match what the adaptations are from St. John's? It's going to be a long and drawn-out series, I can tell it in my heart, and I really hope it is, watching these two teams battle out, so plenty of time for these adaptations to come in.
Yeah, with St. John's fighting their groove again, they have proven that this is Delaware should thank their lucky stars right now that they are not in this game. Butler going to be started off with a Bucky pick, and Void doing a great job of finding another one. To be fair to IC, was a bit of an econ round for him, so now we're going to have to see if they find even more value, as Itzy is going to take down another. St. John's is starting to lose members, though. Bazaar going to go down, and it's fours onto the site, but Chippy going to be trying to slow down Knight here, and St. John's going to drop Knight, and now they know where the spike is. Full rotation's coming through. They have to make sure that Fours doesn't find him on the backside as he rotates through the defender's spawn. Going to be all hookah, and they have to know that. And there it is, a little bit of utility. Itzy's going to find it. They saw Void as well. They know he's there. The peek's going to come through. He has no idea, though. He's getting snuck up on in the back. Just got to draw time out here, Chipsy. You know that. So does your partner. Here we go. Can we land the shots? On the Raze on the backside does end up finding it. And Fours picks up 2 in that round.
Yep, starting to kind of put themselves ahead now, Butler. You don't quite know what the economic state for St. John's is. They should be good for one more. At least a force buy. Got to get some Vandals on some players. Might not be full armor. But it is going to be full armor, actually. Just going to get full in. Yep, just had one more. Just enough for just one more. Whoever loses this next round, economy a little bit broken for them. So it's really going to be rough. You might get a force buy out of Butler with some Bulldogs, some light armor with some main rifles, maybe. But definitely for St. John's, this is kind of on the ropes for them.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, with how these rounds have been trading back and forth, I fully expect, and as I was going to say, I fully expect St. John's to come out hot here and pushing their advantage pretty hard, especially with that Viper ultimate. But it does look like they are going to start using that towards the B site, as they are going to send the Owl drone out, trying to spy check everything. They do get 2 people on the info. I think they clipped the edge there of the Sova's elbow. So they do know someone's elbow, and they do know someone's mid-side, but they have no idea about Fours. And I don't think they have any idea there's 4 members here right now. And Butler's going to look to rotate a couple just because of Void sitting onto the point, and now they have to rotate more members, and this could be devastating.
This is one of those big economic swing rounds, so this goes either way. This could kind of turn the game in someone else's favor. I see. Finding the dagger. Can I put them in? And this over as well. Another kill in the hookah would be disastrous. Basically end the round. There it is. The 1v4 from Bazaar. We've seen something similar. It hasn't won the round, but it has done plenty of damage. If this is a full reset of economics, that would be crazy. But 8 HP in a dream. I don't think it's going to happen. They're going to pinch in by Fours. And this seems done and over right there in the long range. The Phantom's not going to one-tap headshot, so Vadal gonna have enough time to get that bullet into their body.
I cannot imagine how these players are feeling right now with how close this is and where they're going to be after this game, whether #1 seed or everybody all tied up. I was pulling my hair out there for St. John's, trying to even imagine what the pressure they're under. And, just a little bit of a collapse from everybody on the team. Void staying alive there. Might have been able to pull even more members from Butler, but wasn't able to stay alive. You know, the double peak came through. Woo-wee, these rounds are intense, and it's not stopping now as we start up the next one for round 9. And St. John's, maybe they did force up a little bit on a few members, but Small's going down right away with Void to follow. Smiley starting it off with a double kill right away. And St. John's is just going to push on through because they know they got to get something
Spike
done.
down A.
And nothing's going to be following through as
One
Kenny
enemy
does pick up
remaining.
one, but it's just all down to the chamber. And Knight going to try to find anything. And now they know he's in U-Haul. Everyone's surrounding him. And it's just going to be a little bit too late as Itzy finds the last kill.
Yes, and man, that I kind of said it like this is that previous round, put them on a 4 spot, and now they're gonna have some money. They've had a losing streak now. They're gonna have a big loss bonus, but it's still not gonna compare to the full util, full armor, vandal, phantom buys coming out here from Butler, right? They're gonna have everything in their arsenal, and if you're St. John's, you're trying to buy to the point where you can still buy next round, or you can full buy next round, and that's gonna result in sheriffs, specters, or even nothing at all. Just that classic in one person's hands. Maybe they got to buy in at the last second, but really, it's in a dire straits. And this could be if this keeps going this way, they keep putting them onto these pretty weak buys. It could be lights out.
And quite honestly, Knight finding that first kill is going to be huge. Utility comes out from the Astra, going to be helping out quite a bit. But Itzy not stopping. They thought he was going to run away. No, he just stands there and holds his ground and finds two, while Chippy going to be chipping in some of that damage and finding the second one. Man, that takes a lot of cojones to stand there and just take those trades like that.
Yeah, but it's kind of what you have to do, right? Once you're out of those bullets, you just need to just hold your ground with the classic. Just keep stalling them for your team to get angles on them. Perfect timing, and there it is. The timeout active now for St. John's. We've seen this story before in that previous series against Delaware. It didn't end up winning them, but they did come back. So definitely something to be done here for St. John's on this attack. Again, I think they are sending it a bit too hard, too early in rounds without baiting out utility. When you're pushing into a site and they have almost full utility to repel you, or you're even just losing. I mean, you're just walking in and getting 1v2'd by a Sova. No utility even given to them besides that suck. The suck comes in. They win the duel. There's no trade. And from there, the round descends into chaos. You need to be a little bit slower, baiting out sucks, baiting out recons, baiting out the drones, these kind of things, or even baiting out dogs as well, right? You have so much info gathering here. The drones, the dogs, the recon darts, the flashes, that you can play slow and bait out, because they're going to want to make plays on the map. To do that, they're going to need info. And for that, they're going to need abilities.
I was just wondering, right, with St. John's, with how standard and maybe even a little bit more rushy that they've been playing, do you think if they pop Sova ult like on the right side or Reyna ult somewhere away from bomb and they popped it and just kind of, baited out some of the rotations and play a little bit of a mind game with Butler, because Butler seems to have their number everywhere they want to go. Do you think that'd be a strat that they could probably pull off?
Yes. And now, Showers seems to be the key. I mean, how does that kill even happen? There's a Sova shooting down long with a Vandal. Takes out your Reyna. And a man deficit this early. This could end up being a 9-3 half for them. And, I mean, we've said it again and again. 8-4, doable. 9-3. You start getting that territory of, oh, it's not likely. Not very likely at all.
I mean,
so you cannot let that happen if you're St. John's.
Yeah, we did discuss how good Butler had been, and it was close early on, 3-3, but from there it's been 4 straight rounds looking for a fifth. That good start from Butler, finding that spray through the smoke, and Void is going to try to trade out here on Icy. A lot of spray damage going through, and it's just the utility from Astra. You pointed that out way early on in the day. Astra just brings so much value, so hard to fight around that, especially when they know where you're coming from. And now it's just up to Knight and Relay. They have to find some kills here. And I'm sorry, Kenny, and Kenny goes down. And now Knight goes down, and that's going to be the 8-3. And it's looking pretty doomed.
Once again,
last round.
Want to point out the time when EU was the least dominant in Valorant was when they went off playing Astra, and NA was playing Astra. Just want to point that out. So Astra, good character, still great character. I will be for the foreseeable future until like major changes I think are made to that kit. I think it's a very hard to balance kit. It's not like something you just change credits on and it's going to be balanced. I think it's going to definitely be some changes to that, but why not abuse it while it's broken right now, right? There's a reason why Astra is just run almost everywhere, solo with another controller. It doesn't matter. Missing out on so much utility while also having amazing amounts of smokes all around the map is just incredible stuff.
And we've been hanging on with St. John's with all of these ultimates coming online. Raze is definitely just one kill away from having that rocket, you know, big party over there. And we just have to start using some of these ults as Sova on the side of Butler is going to just pull it out and does find some damage onto Knight. And now Knight is going to find one on the backside. Smiley pushing through. And now Force. You're not going to find anything. They jump through the teleporter. They're bringing it all the way around to A. The rotations came through. And B is completely abandoned by Delaware as they know they need to get over there. Sova's not going to be able to check for anything, but he finds the kill on Knight. Knight knew he was coming, and he just wins the duel. So now St. John's again down another member, and they have a 3-man hold to come through. The timing is unbelievable as Bizarre finds a crucial kill to bring it back to 3-all.
Just chasing him.
Not stopping. Oh my goodness. And now it's the grenade. The paint shell just makes him run through. Four's doing a beautiful job. But Bizarre is not letting it go. And Void with the shotgun. Gonna wait a little bit, get the first kill, looking for the second one. They know where he's at. And Fours, could this be a 4-piece here? Gonna stick that.
Oh.
And that's a lot of damage.
And a shorty.
One HP, and it's over. Void did a beautiful job playing around that.
Sometimes you just have a Viper Pit and a shorty.
Switching
You gotta ask yourself, is Viper Pit okay? Is that an okay ability? We gotta ask ourselves that sometimes. But Void, I think they would say it's all good. It's balanced. I don't know what you're talking about. It's balanced. Pretty balanced. But yeah, no. 8-4, doable. Kind of the word we've said so many times is that comebackable experience here for St. John's University. In a very similar situation as well. Can they make a similar comeback? We'll end up seeing. It didn't end up being a full comeback for them, but they still made it much more competitive than the scoreline might suggest currently. But first they'll have to try and win this this pistol. They didn't last time, and it put them in a rough spot that they could not dig themselves out from. We'll see if they can either win this one or dig themselves out of that hole.
Yeah, and last time we saw Butler on attack, it was not on this map, but it was still oppressive. And Smiley going to be taken out right away by Bizarre. The shock dart putting a little bit of damage down, but it didn't matter because the headshot came through. More shock darts going to be coming out. Sprays through the wall, and Bizarre eats the bad end of that trade as Itzy is just going to back out. I do like how they're leaving Itzy here, and they're rotating everyone else. They're keeping everyone's attention onto the B site, keeping 3 members there. But unfortunately, going to go down, and Void's going to find another pick out onto A. And now it's up to Fours and Sky to find the kills here. Kenny
down A.
finds Chippy, but Fours is all alone. There's no one here with him. And the A site is looking pretty dangerous as everyone starts to move in for this kill.
Walking into the vulnerable through the wall. That's very funny. Not even gonna find the first kill. Knight, patient, waits the shot, lines it up, takes off the head. Teammates coming through for St. John's. That's a pistol they definitely so needed to get back into this game. They go up 6-8 here. And I guess this was the first match where the bonus clause was disregarded in the contract. So definitely not a guarantee anymore for St. John's to get that bonus. So could go up 6-8 though, and that's going to start them off for a really good start of the half.
Yeah, and I do like what Butler's doing here. They're just kind of almost, I wouldn't say conceding this round, but they're definitely playing it like, okay, we're going to let you guys go ahead and buy up. We're going to go ahead and save up. And if we can get some picks here, it'll put you in a bad spot, and we'll be just fine for the next round. They're going to push through here a little bit. Smiley taking the brunt of the damage, just like in that last round there. So Smiley going to be hurting just a little bit. No big utility being used. Butler just kind of trying to poke and prod, but now they know they have classics. Now they know that they can't push in super hard, find any of these off angles. So I expect St. John's to be feeling pretty confident, looking for some of these plays. And there's Icy just on the side. I love the way that looked. Kneeling down right there, just looking straight into a wall, but waiting for the teammates to rotate through. They got to know that A is pretty heavily guarded. And with Astra there making a little bit of noise, keeping them interested, they got to know
someone's
they have the
there,
numbers.
I think.
Yeah, they got to know they have the
Oh,
numbers.
the trap. Yeah.
And now they're going to push in. There we go. Now some shots start ringing through. They're starting to understand. Not a big rotation just yet. Just Reyna coming over to help. And there it is. They're going to start rotating through A. I think Chamber might have hurt. No rotations
30
yet.
seconds left.
Kenny going to find Smiley. Smiley was already low. So that is an early trade for St. John's. And this is what we saw in the last game. St. John's doing a great job on their defense. They lost a few, sad rounds and some clutch situations, but now we're down to 15 seconds, and Butler is just gonna have to storm in here into the teeth of all these Spectres and Vandals, and that is it. He does find one on Smalls, doesn't find another, but I tell you what, St. John's did a great job of holding down the fort.
Yes, and man, if it isn't a start of a comeback we've ever seen one, it's just the bonus they have to go through here. If they lose this, it's fine. 9-6, they can still come back on that after bonus round, and they can start the comeback going, right? And you see, it's only 5 rounds away for Butler. Well, not 5 rounds, 6 rounds. 5 rounds. I can't do math sometimes. Math, not the strongest suit we established way earlier in the day. And gonna be only 5 rounds they need to get to that final destination, but St. John's is gonna do everything in the power to deny it from them, and so far they've been doing a good job this half.
Yeah. Oh, nice shot there by Knight, but he does just miss over the right-hand side shoulder, and Smalls gonna be finding. Oh, I love that he did not end up buying up. He, on the Reyna was gonna go for a Vandal, ended up switching to the Sheriff instead, and it pays dividends there, as some members on St. John's do not have a full buy, but that's just because they went down in the last round, and this bonus is paying off for St. John's, and Knight, who was one of the ones that bought up, grabs himself a nice kill there. And it looking like St. John's all the way. They don't know exactly where everyone else is, but what they do know is that they're up 2.
Up 2 right now. Looking to win this bonus, but they bought that operator on the chambers. Was it really a bonus at that point when you invest so much money into it? I mean, you have sheriffs everywhere else, and Smalls has been making work happen with it so far, but finally goes down. Definitely still losable. The 2v2 here on this site. If this goes through and no trades come out, both Icy and Chippy live, this could still be disastrous. The flash, a little too deep. It does not catch Knight. He waddles his way through that slow, and luckily Icy was distracted with Bazaar to finish it off. 15 seconds, the rotates come in, they don't have Spike. You have to commit. Try and get some economic damage onto this operator in specific. Or do you try to go for the plant, go for the hero play? You don't even have enough time. Oh, just in time, I believe, to get it down. But nope,
that's got it off, but they're just gonna fly right on in and just try to ice this one over. Icy gets 2 though, and here he's gonna get the plant off, and Butler doesn't sneak the round out, but does a lot of damage.
Yeah, does some damage on the late round there. Not gonna have full buys on their own characters here for Butler. So it's been a really disastrous half so far. And they're gonna have full buys coming out because it was a bonus. For St. John's, and the operator, the one who invested the most amount of money, does survive. They aren't economically impacted that hard. I mean, Void's even able to purchase an Odin, So it's looking rough for Butler. This could be the start of a comeback that transitions into a win.
Yeah, and Butler needs to stabilize. They need to start using this utility like they were on their defense. Their attack has been a bit lackluster. It, yes, has been due to some of the econ happening, but he's going in with that judge.
With that boom bot?
Anything. Boom bot didn't quite find anything there.
He just stuck on. It was stuck on the teleporter. It was just stuck on the teleporter door.
Just rolling on the teleporter. That's a bit of an interesting interaction. I hadn't seen that before.
I've never seen that before.
I haven't either. Balls is just out here just cleaning the whole team up. Doesn't quite find Butler's Itzy, and he does crawl away. Now, I mean, what do you do here? Worse? Like, is it just the 1v4 clutch? Is that what?
Yeah, just kill 4.
Yeah, just kill 4.
Just kill 4.
That's exactly what.
If you kill 4, I think. Well, if you kill 4, you win the round. So I think that's the best play. Well, I think the best play is always the play that wins the round. So I think you need the 1v4 and just kill them all.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's the play. I don't know. It should be possible. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, I don't know why people just don't make the correct play in the situation. Like, the correct play here, obviously, is to just 1v4 and kill them all.
Yeah, it definitely seems like that's what he should be doing.
30 seconds left.
Uh-oh, being found out. Is he gonna find that kill? Okay, that's 1. That's 1. That's all you need. Find Void. Ooh.
Takes the TP backs.
Didn't see it coming, and the immediate teleport out for Knight, because cool guys don't look at explosions. That was pretty good. And St. John's on the full comeback now, as it's all even 8-8.
And no money, right, for Butler. There's just no money at all.
That's a good spot.
They're gonna definitely be a little sad now. They're gonna be full buying right now. Gonna spend all that money. I believe they should be on full loss bonus right now, so they're gonna get a lot of money back for it. But I don't know. It feels rough when you're like, guys, we're on attack. We gotta buy judges and bulldogs and such, and we just have to just walk at them and try to get it done. We have the tour to force. What can Icy do with it though?
Yeah, Icy and Smiley's going to be kind of on them.
Oh.
The ones that got the guns. And Kenny immediately finds a kill. A lot of damage being traded back on him, but the paint shell's going to go out, put a lot of damage down. Doesn't actually quite find anything. And Void gets the kill on Icy, and that's huge because that's one of the big guns down. And Void on this Odin has just been making plays. Oh no. Gonna find it here. And it does. Okay, good trade out there from Kenny. Does end up going down, but Smiley, that's the two big guns down. And Smalls on the backside. There's no way they see this coming. This rotate came in so quick. And Smalls gets the double headshot. That might even have just been one bullet there.
Yeah, and Icy throwing out the nice shot there for the Odin spray through the box. Through smoke, just... I think that's why Void just picked it, like, I'm just gonna spam out boxes. I mean, they're doing a lot of damage, obviously, on that Viper, 8 assists. And right now, you have an ultimate advantage here if you're Butler to try and retake if you want to commit it on the force buy. Generally, what you want to do is on a force buy, if you have an ult advantage and you want to pressure it, you wait to pressure your ult until you get a pick advantage or a man advantage, and then you use that to transition into a round win. Otherwise, it's not worth it because the ults don't actually make up too heavily for the gun differential that is occurring.
Yeah, and with Icy using that tour de force in the last round, had a little bit of money to save up to buy. So Icy is going to be the main guy they're looking at to hopefully carry this round. They now know where Void is. Going to be putting the dart right on him with the owl drone. And here we go. Itzy's going to try to find the kill.
Oh, he's juking and dodging.
The first one, and the fancy feet come through. Must be a dancer because he didn't get touched, and he's looking pretty clean out there right now. Now, that was pretty nice. I gotta say, like, St. John's is playing this beautifully. They're not panicking anymore. They're really playing this intelligently, even when, well, that being said, Smalls was found out in the spawn, so that's pretty tough for St. John's right there.
Yeah, they've kind of. I mean, that's an aggressive flank, man. That is an aggressive flank. To try and go through spawn. There's no way you get out of there even. Like, you just... I mean, that's kind of wild. I haven't seen that one in a while, but you're going to be seeing the 4v2 or 5v2 actually go off onto A site. The rotates are not going to come in fast enough. The fastest one can be Sova running in through that teleporter and trying to get into showers with the spikes to go through. But the Odin could look through the wall perhaps, but no. It's going to be Force stopping in U-Haul.
Yeah, and this Small's going down so early. It puts a huge disadvantage, puts a lot of pressure on Void to even try to peek that. Must have been thinking someone was watching that angle. Didn't even go for it. With the spike being down, it's on St. John's now to find anything they can. And oh my goodness. The 2v2 in U-Haul did not go St. John's way, and we are back to 9-all.
Now, looking towards 9-9, tied back up. The Eco actually having to come through, try and to get them that round win. Now, Chippy's going to have an Odin of their own, interestingly enough. And you're going to have very little money onto some people's hands here for St. John's. And we're going to be seeing how they can try to hold these aggressive angles. It's going to be a peek down long, perhaps, for the Sova. Nope, just looking for the recon and not looking for much more. There is an aggressive split towards B right now. Some small, not showers control, but just showers containing here from the chamber. As man, it always looks like it's going to escape, and it never does. He's looking for more.
Yeah, Itzy did a great job, not only taking out that owl drone so scouting information couldn't be taken, but then getting Chamber on that. That teleport is so hard to time. That teleport is almost instantaneous, but does find the headshot eventually. And Smalls is going to be left on the side alone as Sova pushes in, trying to be the backup that they need. And Smalls finds the kill and does escape. So a bit of hope here for St. John's.
Wait, he's in their spawn now with the Chamber.
Oh my goodness. Chamber just doesn't even care. Just gonna be sitting back there. Icy. Oh, cold-blooded.
One enemy remaining.
Does end up finding it. There we go. Icy wrapped all the way around. And Smalls has got to be feeling exactly like the name says, about an inch tall right now. Gonna have to pull off some big clutches in order to win this round for St. John's. And this is a big one here. This could hurt for many rounds to come, especially with how close it's been with the trading back and forth. This was an expensive round. Let's see if he can trade any kills out, but no, Icy shuts it down, and that's Butler taking the lead once again.
Yep, there it is. Butler once again back in the driver's seat. Looked rough this first start of the half, but they brought it back into their control. Money gonna look a little bit better now for St. John's in that last round. So it's gonna be more of an even playing field to start out, but gonna be that result, right? Coming through for fours. What can it get? Can it catch anyone early on in a round? Can it catch a void if he gets a orb and then tries to pit? Because they could play for a showers orb, right? They could play for a long orb. Looks like they're gonna play for showers orb perhaps, but no, not even going for it. They're gonna wait. They're not even gonna try and pressure it too heavily, and this is a bit aggressive right now from St. John's.
Yeah, Chippy gonna be looking there, but Smalls ends up finding the double, and that's the advantage of the double peak right there. They only thought there was one. Man, what great teamwork that was, and Knight is gonna be pushing even more aggressively, taking a page out of Small's book, going for a little stroll through the back, and they know the bomb's there. They have no idea if someone picked it up, and it's gonna be Smiley backing their way out slowly. Oh my goodness, the timing here could be absolutely insane. No, they both are gonna be 2 ships passing in the Night, and now the bomb's gone, and Knight knows he's been bamboozled. Oh, it's not there anymore, brother. It's gone. Yeah.
Like, what was he looking? Were you looking at the cactus? The cactus doesn't have the bomb.
Double checking to make sure it is really gone, but Void, oh, St. John's is still at full strength. Even though some members are hurt, they still have full buys, and it is just domination right now for St. John's. And that stroll continues.
Oh, he gets out.
For Knight. As the teleport comes through, he did hear. Icy heard that coming. But Smalls is right there waiting for the 4-piece at the end.
Yeah, 4-piece coming in for Smalls, and now, once again, another gun round going to be coming out from both sides. This is the tense and close series, back and forth, back and forth. They have some streaks here and there, but now we've returned to some quick and close action right now. And, man, I really want to see how they can leverage this result to try and buy space on a site and scale off of it, right? I'm think we could go for a heavy exec, and then what you want to do is try and burst out with a result potentially onto B after you get off some smokes, get some sucks down to clear out key positions, and especially actually now once this Viper's pit go down, you can actually push aggressively with the result and try to take out the Viper perhaps, but instead they're going to try and play this one passive. No, they're going aggressive. They're going aggressive, like I said, for the Viper. They find it. That's a massive advantage. That's exactly what you need to do with that result to counter out the Viper ult.
And you knew it coming in. You knew exactly what needed to be done, and it was pulled off. And now Icy's going to be pushing even harder, taking a page out of Small's book, and that's going to be another trade kill for Icy. This is just beautifully done, and just it's almost like they could hear you talking. You know, it's like
the stream
what is worth saying here? As Knight's going to try to bring us back with a tour de force. Oh,
Wait,
he does gets the swap off. This is possible. He does know one's at U-Haul, and he gotta know that they're gonna be doing a crossfire here. Doesn't realize that the other one's wrapping back around right now, and that's gonna be it. Crossfire done for Butler, and beautifully pulled off. Yes, some heroics there by St. John's at the end, but Butler pulled it off.
Yeah, Butler pulled it off. Viper ult can seem so oppressive at times, but really when you have that result up, you don't have to be so scared of it. You can go aggressive as soon as it's put down. If you go aggressive, you know the Viper can't walk that far away from it, and you kind of know where the position is gonna be. Forrest does it, finds the Viper kill. The Viper pit's now completely useless, and now they're setting themselves up for another round win. They're gonna maybe look for a long push here from St. John's to try and secure themselves a So ult, once they realize no one's there, they might even commit drone for it. We're gonna end up seeing what happens. Not gonna commit that. Not looking too heavily for this over ult, but the tour de force could be out in full force to try and take out A.
Yeah, and the Viper wall is just bringing joy to my heart right now. Just cutting that in half, making them think twice about pushing out through showers. As Knight finds Chippy on B long, that is going to be a crucial pickup. That's a lot of utility down for Butler. That has been their main source. The Trailblazers, the flashes, they needed that, especially with Seekers coming online very soon. And now they're without it, and it's going to be a tough push in on any side they want to go. But that being said, a nice dink through the wall there, as Knight is now put on super low health and trying to be spammed out from Hookah. Not sure exactly what they're going to try to do. Obviously rotating over to help him out.
But they're rotating back. They think it's a fake.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Force finds a crucial pick there.
He's 9 HP. Lost the sight.
And there it is. There we go. And now it's just going to be a really quick rotation over from St. John's trying to retake this site before the bomb could get down, but they're not going to make it. And now it's the 3-man push from spawn. They got to find a way in here.
I mean, and you're 3-man pushing from spawn right now. You have to find a way to get past that that wall, that doorway right now. If you can't even split yourself up. They're just gonna mow you down as soon as you try to walk through. I'm surprised the Viper doesn't have their smoke available right now. They didn't pick it up, and instead they're gonna try to walk through. Just keep one by one peeking. It's not gonna go your way. Butler now on match point, trying to put an end in this long drawn-out game that's gone back and forth multiple times, and Butler's trying to put a stamp in it all and finish it and send it.
And I need to see this economy right now. Where are we at right now? Oh,
not
no,
great.
St. John's.
Not good.
No. They are going to have to pull off some tight corner peeks, maybe bring out some of those shotguns. I mean, we're going to see the Vandal come through for Smalls. Going to be putting a lot on his shoulders. Kenny's going to go with the Ares. I mean, they are just scrambling right now. St. John's wanted to run this map back, and they got it. And they took Butler to the brink, but Butler is finding a way to, close out these rounds. And this is why they were predicted to be the #1, and they are starting to prove it as clutch rounds are coming in. Bazaar starts it off beautifully, though, and they do want that gun, so they're going to try to push out Icy in order to see if they can grab it. Icy's doing a great job, though, and no, they do end up seeing him. I like this. Oh, my goodness. Bazaar's just going to let it rip. Finds a little bit of damage down. Knight is going to go down to Smiley, so they did end up covering the gun, so no gun pickup for St. John's. They really wanted that one.
Bazaar's in danger.
Force. Oh, he finds Bazaar. You called it correct, and now A-site is completely Butler's, and it is looking pretty tragic. The Empress is going to have to come in massive here. Seekers are going to come out. No. They know exactly where this hit's coming from. And the blind as well. Can't see the Seeker. Is going to get saved up there by Viper, though, as it's all on this Empress. Yes, could the Viper get it done, but no. Fours is going to get it. Nice boop in. That's good. Now he knows where 2 are. Possible, not quite.
Tries it.
St. John's ran it back, but they didn't get the result they want as Butler takes the round and the game.
Yes, and yeah, it's so crazy, and I just need St. John's to know even if they're down to 0-2 today, they played really amazing in Valorant against both these two teams. Delaware and Butler are so amazing. They're gonna get their match played off stream. I'm really wondering what that result's gonna be. They both looked very strong, and that's gonna be a banger of a matchup. But man, St. John's played their heart out. They played so well, but they weren't able to bring it in the long run. weren't able to lock it down. Do end up going 0-2 today, but there needs to be some kind of spirit in there to go. We played good Valorant. In other groups, they could have. I'm gonna say they could have been top of their group, but not this one. This one was quite dangerous. If there was a group of death out of the 2 groups I've seen, this is definitely a group of death.
Yeah, this one. I mean, this group obviously is not pulling any punches. When you have 3 teams with this amount of talent, it's tough to even get out of the group, but to play both teams, Delaware and Butler, the way that St. John's did, I mean, that last map is going to be so crucial for the so crucial for them to win against Idaho. But speaking of Idaho, Delaware and Idaho are going to be up next, and that is going to be crucial. Hopefully, St. John's, all you fans out there are going to be praying for an Idaho win to give St. John's a way back into the top 2 spot. We'll have to find out here in just a little bit as we are going to take a step away. We'll see you guys back in just a little bit.